feel about like the difference between, because like bro, you know that we could always get cheaper, you know, like what's it called?
You recording?
Yeah.
All right, bet.
You know we could always get
something.
some. Yeah. Sure. We ain't even got the microphone. That's why I left it on there, just to let y'all know that we ain't even got the microphones yet. That's how unprepared, I guess, or new this is. But yeah, like you were saying, like when it comes to networking, like something like this, bro, even though it's more expensive, would you spend the money to do it in your industry or like in how you work?
No.
Why
but the thing is, this is less expensive for you.
Less expensive than how I was running business before?
Yep.
How? Break it down.
I don't want to get in your money, but how much was you paying a camera guy? How much time?
It was the cameraman was the most expensive. I think it was like $500 a month.
Hey.
$125 a week.
Hey, baby, you got your money back.
Yeah, you're right.
And you got a...
You're right. And, you know, I got my money back, not even from getting this space. I told you when I went to see Derek Grace, when I'm in his mansion.
Should we be looking at the camera or something? Or just...
No. This is how you... We just talk to each other, bro. But yeah. When I went to DG's house, everything he did was off the iPhone. So I'm like, all right, cool. Like...
Yeah, so when I had learned content from Brandon, that's all he used, bro. I was like... iPhone.
And he's a photographer who teaches other photographers.
But, I mean, not... all he was using. Of course he used cameras, but he had a guy, his name was, his whole stick was iPad. He could do your whole shoot off an iPad, have your shit. Because, you know, once you're doing the shoot, your stuff don't be ready right then and there.
Yeah, it's mostly editing.
But the guy had the iPad.
I have a question. Are the iPad cameras better than the iPhone cameras?
He had this camera hooked up to the iPad, so as soon as he did something, you got to see it on the iPad, everything.
I mean, it's like a processor, but ain't that how photography works? So like they be buying, basically you see them big screens that they'll have right there when the most lavish movies and photography, you see they take the picture and they show it to the model right then and there. That's essentially an iPad that just does that. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? So an iPad really is like a universal tool.
Yeah, so I mean, he made a whole, he branded himself as that.
That's the iPad photographer.
It's something like that.
That's fire though.
Yeah, because I'm like, damn, bro, he really, you know, he took the lane of iPads. So now when you see him, like you, if you see a green bubble on your phone, you sick.
Yeah, I'm like,
ew. You can't even hit me up, bro. I'm like, hey, bro, what's up? Hit my other phone. You like, ew. I'm like, yeah, you didn't text my iPhone. You text my other phone.
Yeah, I'm just putting this up here for like in case we ever want to pull up a video or like make a reference or whatever.
Okay.
But yeah, it's about to die anyway, you know. But you said I got my money back just off the cameraman by being here, like the value in this building.
Yeah. So
but I still don't have a photographer.
You don't need one.
You're right. I just wanted to throw that out there. You know,
okay. Yeah. But
just give devil's advocate.
Yeah, but definitely the relationships you're gonna make in this building, bro. I seen on 2 floors like 50 different offices. So I'm like, dang, like I don't know what other people was looking at when we was looking at the offices, but I was definitely looking at the names on the building. I'm like, okay, well, what is this? What is that? Like just looking at the name, trying to figure out what it is.
How can I bring value to that?
Yes. Hey,
exactly.
Look, bro, in their own office, a podcast studio. Now they get to brand themselves.
But they don't use it because they're not marketers. They're into this business, that business. They just use the space for whatever they need the space for, probably a mailing address, you know. But for you to come rent a workspace, and it's like, all right, cool. I'm gonna use that studio. I'm gonna get everybody in this motherfucker to do the, you know, to come see me in there. That makes sense.
Bro, because all I've been doing was thinking since we've been here, bro. Like, think about it. They can get in here, do a podcast with you, and the offices already have TVs. What could be playing in the background? Their own interview. Mm-hmm. That'd be some boss shit, bro. That's some boss shit.
All right, so look, I know a lot of y'all get confused when you apply for credit and get denied and they tell you something along the lines of, you have way too many inquiries on your credit report. Click the link below and download Inquiries of the Devil. It's a free PDF guide that I put together that'll tell you step by step how to start removing hard inquiries from your credit report within 24 hours. Like I said, click the link below. If you're on YouTube, check it out in the link below. If you're on Instagram, check it out on my page at almighty__ish. You'll find it all in my link tree. Thinking that because like I told you I was in the gym, every gym, you know, in the treadmill room, they got like 50 TVs all playing Sports Center, the news. I'm like, yo, you mean to tell me I could come talk to the owner and tell them, hey, if you can play reruns of my show on just one TV with the captions on, because you know the way the gym set up, the treadmill that you on got like some Wi-Fi signal, so you can hear the sound if you want to watch that.
You just put the number in.
You put the TV number in. So I'm like, yo, people be working out and see us having a conversation with the captions on there, read what we talking about, make it interesting. They'll tune in, you know.
Right.
And that's not only do you get the views from whatever businesses you get to actually run your show all day, you get views from the people who get interested and want to finish the episode somewhere else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Look, you can even get the owner of the building to come in. Like, bro, whatever fitness, whatever, Planet Fitness, whatever, bro. People want to be heard. So like, okay, well, how did you get into Planet Fitness? Can I put it on the TV too? And then they're like, yeah, we can put it on TV along with the rest of your shit. Just, hey, look, I'm have your shit running primarily, but you know, let's take one time. Like, let's sandwich your shit with different people.
Nah, bro, you're right. And you know, when we talk about like spending money when it came to how I ran shit the first time around, like I really do feel like I did credit repair with you. So having a VA and working with Dave, I definitely got full use out of my VA. I don't regret hiring a VA that first time around.
Right.
But you saying this go around, you taking a different route. So you're not gonna need those same tools.
Because I think last time you were in the space of figuring shit out. And I think we all was in that space of trying to figure stuff out. Bro, we was operating off of nothing but faith.
But now we had the money to do it, crazily. Like, I mean, yo, even last year,
that is true.
Think about it. Last year, we had the money to operate off faith, right? But last year, when we was in the moment, what were we saying? Like, damn, remember when we had them credit cards with them high limits? Yeah. And we was just operating off faith and spending all that money crazy? Imagine what we do with that money. And then we got it last year, and it was like, damn, we're still operating off faith. You know, but like, what I just said about DG, he's operating off faith in the iPhone. You know, like, he ain't putting the job on somebody else to be like, hey, take this camera and do it like this. Like, it's nepotism, I guess, you know, like using what the fuck you already, like, bro, that's technically $1,000 camera. You know?
It is.
You can get on Facebook with, I mean, what do people mostly use on their phone at this point?
Just cameras.
Call, text, Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, and it's all stories. So all you're doing is recording your day. You get what I'm saying?
True. So your most valuable asset is the camera. I see what iPhone's doing. I feel you. That's why.
I mean, that's what they invest most of their research. Like when they put out a new phone. I mean, what's the last few changes iPhones have made? 2 cameras, then 3 cameras.
Yeah, you know, I be getting on. I be on the neck. Like,
but then just now, I'm like, you can't zoom out on the fucking front-facing camera. That's something they need to fix.
I mean,
this damn update, bro. Update came out. You ain't seen me with my second phone. 15, iOS 15 came out. I told you, my phone screen been cracked. Then the Face ID cracked. The line went through the Face ID. So now my Face ID stopped working. And then, but it was the program saying the Face ID. It's like, you can no longer use Face ID. It was like, it's too blurry. Your camera's too blurry.
Right.
So I'm like, all right, cool. Update is out anyway. I'm gonna just hit reset on my phone. Maybe I wiped it down enough to where it'll start picking up again. But I updated my phone. It says you need to restore it. It cannot update or restore. So I just ain't having the phone no more.
Hey, that's
that shit just like, hey, we refuse to work with you at this point. Like, that's what it's telling me.
Like, hey, you love us so much, you need to buy this new one. But anyway, your ass, bro, you just buy phones straight out, which I don't.
I used to buy them straight out because, like I said, bro, I mean, at the time, my dad instilled in me, like, no credit. Like, you remember I told you, like, you was like, why you ain't got a credit card? And then, remember, I tell you, like, you kind of just you were my inception into anything credit-wise. Because remember, we was at your crib.
Oh, I remember that.
Flowerfield Road, remember? Yeah. And then I needed some bread because we about to get paid the next morning, you know, like within a few hours. I'm like, yo, I need some bread. But you like, why you ain't got a credit card? Well, on the way home from your crib that night, I applied for the Navy Federal Cash Rewards card, and I got approved for like 5 Gs. But I remember you were talking to you the other night. Remember we were talking to Tay, and he was like, and I'm telling him, like, I had applied for a Capital One card around that same time, and they gave me a $5,000 limit. I was upset, and I canceled the card.
Oh yeah,
boy!
Oh shit!
Bro,
that could have paid almost. Yeah, you probably could have paid for this.
Airbnb.
Yeah, you definitely
paid for this for at least a year, you know.
Hey, look, that Airbnb was crazy, and I just see, yeah. But I see people, man, just.
I mean, do you feel like we took a loss, or do you feel like? I feel like all them books you be telling me to buy, I experienced it with that first unit.
Yeah, but you experienced it.
I experienced it
out of sequence. Yeah, you experienced it out of sequence because, like I be telling you, bro, like every time we start something, I just feel bad because I know we don't got no process.
You know it ain't gonna go as planned.
Oh, bro, not at all.
Or you know it ain't gonna go like we saw it on YouTube.
Yeah, because like you said, bro, the wise man learned from
mistakes of others.
Yeah.
So that's why books are even a thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm like, bro, I could buy this book, and like I told you, bro, like I didn't have a single bad review on my Airbnb, right?
Me neither.
Because I had a book that told
you
me
had step-by-step guide. Now, do you follow
I do got some bad reviews now. Though.
Do you follow that? You know, you can call them and get them off. Like you can get a 4-star review off. I didn't know that.
We was talking to these, not on Airbnb.
Turo.
But Airbnb, man,
they tough just, on them reviews.
Bro, I send in a picture or whatever. This lady's still checking
bro,
up on us.
You know, Facebook's so funny with the algorithms. If I see something too many times that I don't like too many twerk videos or too much funny posts from a certain page, I'll just unfollow the page, and then your next most relevant, like what you click on and follow the most will pop up. So I joined this Airbnb group to change. I changed my own algorithm. I'm like, yo, I'm tired of seeing this shit. Unfollow, unlike, unfollow. You could that shit is your data, you know.
Yeah, it's true.
But I joined this Airbnb group, and that's really all I see, bro. It's just the funniest stuff in there, but it's informational. So like you getting people that's
I love seeing those shits,
bro. Their reviews, their crazy tender stories.
Yeah, but that's gonna create some type of fear in your heart, though.
Bro.
Good thing I didn't really get into it. It's like school, and I just went to sleep sometimes, so I didn't get fully indoctrinated in it. So,
bro, this is something that they say in the crypto world that I'm about to start using in the Airbnb and short-term rental. They say FUD. It's called fear, uncertainty, and doubt. When niggas is too scared to buy a stock or something, or like they just talking shit even though they don't know nothing about it. That's gonna fail, blah blah. Niggas be like, oh, that's FUD. You just putting uncertainty out there for no reason. People do the same thing with Airbnb. Like,
I did that with NFTs, bro. I was like, how the fuck?
You got scared out of it? I'm still studying it, bro.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it, bro. This is what you do after
you study.
Look, bro, after you pop with your main source of income, that's something you do to just residual.
Hold on. Say it again, bro, because people be leaping out on faith and just get a bunch of businesses. You should say that.
No. There should be something, and like I recommend that most people's first business is not something you love, like, because your emotions gonna get in the way of a lot of money, bro. Like, we know this buying houses the first time around, having to explain to a woman like, hey, you know we moving out soon, right? Like,
she's like, what?
But damn, what'd you say? Ask me that again.
Nah, so what I was saying was your first business should make enough money to fund your second one instead of trying to start.
Exactly. Your first business should make enough money to fund whatever you actually interested in doing. So like, you know, it's really hard to get people to like take it on the chin, like, hey man, you know, like even something like this, like people get into business, get an office space like this, right? Your business don't work as well as you thought it was, but you got a bill that you got to pay here. Yeah. And it's like you could leave the office space and grind, you know, somewhere else, or you could keep it and struggle. What do you think most people do?
Man, yeah, bro. It's joy in that struggle, though, bro.
Yeah, to be honest, I think you came and kicked that shit out of me. Like, yeah, nigga, like that same Marcus Rosier, you know, sermon we were listening to, he was like, yo, like, you wear your suffering like a badge of honor. And yeah, that shit was cool in the beginning, but like, all right, we get it now, you know? And that's how I feel about my life. I'm like, yo, like I kept telling you the whole time you've been here, like, yeah, I know that we thought our path to success was too good to be true, but so we kind of just like accepted or let negativity come on, like, shit, well, like, if we had made $1 million right away, we'd have lost it all, or you know, we didn't know how to manage our money anyway. But I feel like everybody's success story we see, they tell us what the bad that happened first. But like, I feel like if you confident enough, bro, like there are like successful people, kids don't go through a struggle phase to inherit their success.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was lost at first. I was like, okay, now I understand like why even struggle if you don't have to.
Mm-hmm.
Like we could have became.
We could have. Yeah, like I think our ignorance of the struggle was a good thing. You get what I'm saying? Like, yeah, there was a lot of information we didn't know, but I feel like there was some room that we blindly walked into that if we know how dangerous it was in there, we would have never went.
Dude, like even the business credit shit, bro.
Yeah.
We used to have business credit. Like if we would have taught business credit, we wouldn't have known shit though. That's what I'm saying. Like we was like, hey, start an LLC, go to Navy Federal and get a credit card. That's what we did.
Do people not do that now though? Does it not sell?
I mean, I don't think the way they do it now is different because the person that's trying to get in business is not trying to leave they're trying to escape something where they think the 9 to 5 can't provide them,
Mm-hmm.
right? So they probably got bad credit score and stuff. But we was all in the 700s, bro. Like, hey, let's start an LLC, all three of us. Let's go to the Navy Fed and get a fucking car.
Like, you know what
and
I've
it
been,
worked.
You know what I've been trying to like understand the most through the struggles that we still go through now, whatever's left of it. Like, yo, just relax. Like, because even I remember when we were in the 700s. Remember, I had the Chevy Malibu, and I traded it in. No, I didn't trade it in.
Yes.
First, I went and tried to get a better interest rate than Navy Federal.
Yeah.
Because I doubled my payments at Navy Federal, and so. But, I ain't had no money to spend. I'm in the barracks now,
Yeah.
But then, she gets pregnant, so now I need a little bit more money. I try to refinance it. Bro, dude told me it's 0.3%. Now, I know much of math didn't fucking translate from school, but 0.3 is actually 30%. So I went from 9 to 30% interest. I mean, I went from 16 to 30.
Because of the way he...
Mind you, I already paid 3 G's down because I was already doubled up. But I'm like, yo, interest rate is so terrible. Had I just calmed down and known, like, all right, the interest ain't even that bad if you double up on your payments, you're paying mostly principal now.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? But that fear, uncertainty, I went and refinanced at 30%.
Hold on, before you continue, because I want to ask you. Could you have went without making any payments?
Yes, you can do that. When
because
you overpay,
already paid?
They just like
so
put
you
it up.
refined and they got into a worse situation.
But no, I kind of got into a worse situation. I kind of didn't because I refined. I got my money back. That 3 gallon that I paid, so I'm back up to the 10 G's on the loan. But you got to remember, this car is only worth what they say it's worth. Now at the time, it's only $2,000 in negative equity. Had I sold the car right then and there, think about it. I get the 13%. I take that $3,000 that they owe me. I furnish my house, right? Because I just got an apartment for the first time. I furnished the crib with that. You helped me, you remember?
Yeah.
And then I'm back up to $10,000 on the loan. But now I'm like, damn, back up to 10, and it's only worth 8, or whatever the hell they said it was worth. And I got gap, and the payment is this. So my payment might have went up. So if I double my payments again, like I tried to at Navy Federal, it'd have been outrageous. Like, so in order to get out of this expensive ass interest rate, I go to the dealership now. You know what I'm saying? I go to the dealership.
You went to the Devils.
But essentially, like, yo, had I just went straight to the dealership instead of buying that Malibu and because interest, I mean, don't dealers give you better rates? Like, I feel like that's a lot of shit we got to stop doing in the black community, saying, like, you got to go to a used dealer, or you got to go to the mom and pop shops, like any kind of big brand name car dealership, they going to fuck you over. Like, sometimes you can get a better rate at the dealer.
Yeah,
is that not true?
I think if you ask the question, the best thing about it is they can't force you to take it.
Take what?
Whatever they
take their interest rate?
Yeah, they're going to tell you what the interest rate is.
But neither can the bank, but that you got to know to finesse them both. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Both their offers, Yeah,
so go to the bank and then go to the dealership. Take whichever one.
Take a check from the bank to the dealer.
No. Just take the interest rate. So before you sign and say yes, they're going to offer you whatever with the interest rate. And it's good for 30 days. So you can go there, go to the bank, go to the mom and pop. Like, hey, look, this is what they're giving me.
Let them negotiate with each other.
Can y'all beat this shit?
Government contracting.
Banks really don't. I don't think banks move, but I never really tried.
They move.
The dealerships move.
Banks move.
Too? Both of them?
Bro, when we was buying one of the Jeeps, the dude was like, hey, this is a number to this specific department in Navy Federal. Call them, tell them, like, hey, you need this extra money for the taxes, titles, and tags. Because I think they approved us for like a certain amount, and then this specific number, it's like, yeah, we got you. Another 5 G's on the loan.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because we got something like that. It's a bunch of numbers, like it's called backdoor numbers or whatever.
Yeah.
So if you just call these,
list?
Yeah, I got a list. I don't know how accurate it is right now, but
it's the shit that people pay for. We'll talk about it.
Well, I should give it to you then. Fuck it, right? Because everybody got a backdoor. Chase. Amex, all these motherfuckers got backdoors, and I'm like, well,
backdoor to get a loan approved when you may not have.
Yes, so basically it's like a reconsideration line. So when they deny you can just call back and be like, hey man, I just really need somebody to look at this. I don't know what's going on.
Okay, so it's more like, you remember how I told you that through acquisition I learned you can go to a bank and
yes, exactly.
It's like that. You're talking to a actual loan officer who will reconsider and pitch your case to him.
Instead of the fucking computer and whoever.
I didn't know that.
All right, now, this space.
No, so I got to finish. I'm telling you how I finished the loan. I ended up, like, bro, this is a couple year process. Like, now I'm in a Dodge Avenger. Like, this is how people fuck up their credit And like now you're 30 years old and you just finished paying off all of that stuff because
You just finished paying off one loan.
exactly. Technically only one loan, but technically I paid a little bit on one loan, a little bit on another, and then a little bit here, and then this whole loan. You know, but so now I'm in the Dodge Avenger at $24,000 because they gave me 4 racks for the trade-in.
Yeah.
On that, and it started to fuck up anyway. Like I was at that point, I'm like, yo, I refinanced the motherfucker and I'm worse off, and the windows ain't working. I got ants in here. Like the steering wheel was doing that thing where it just started disintegrating your hands. So every time I went off, my hands.
Is it black shit or you can't wear white?
Nah, it was a gray steering wheel, so it was like eraser dust coming off of there. It was like rubber. But so now I'm like, you know what? I just might as well go get a new car. But I'm in this new car that was $14,000. But they only give me $4,000 for it, and I have a $10,000 loan that they have to pay off. So they take $10,000, pay off the loan, and tack on they 14 G's plus the difference in
the value.
The difference essentially in what I paid in that loan. Well, I think the trading value of the car, but it ended up being up there, bro. It was up there.
That's what happens when you get the tire package, bro.
Nah, that was me just going in, picking a car and saying, give me the best rate possible. You get what I'm saying? They gave me 9%, right? Years later, you know, we done went through the things with that. I'm like, yo, bro, I'm paying too much. It's a good car, but I'm paying too much. We was going through the motions. So my best case scenario, what I ended up doing was buying a 4Runner. I did it again, right? But I did it after doing my research on a car that has the most, it holds its value the most, like the most resale value. And 4Runner is the #1 car in the world. The Japanese cars and Toyotas, all those cars really hold their value, but especially that one, safety ratings and stuff like that. So the value of the car swallowed up some of my negative equity. So it's kind of like if I traded it in now, I probably could. Matter of fact, because of the national shortage on parts, they're offering bread on these trade-ins to make 2022s and 2023s. So you're actually getting high value trade-ins on your cars, especially the ones that hold value like this. So I think I ended up all right, but you know, it took some odd years, you know, and lo and behold, we had fucking amazing credit in the beginning, you know?
Yeah.
Ain't that a fucking wild story?
What?
I mean, but you was there the whole time, shit.
Yeah,
you was telling me. I mean, well, do you even remember the kind of advice you was telling me? Because back then, you weren't even really in the credit game.
Nah, back then I was telling you to deal with it, pretty much. Because you remember...
You would always tell me, stop looking for cars, bro. Just pay one of them shits off.
Because, you know, I had the Impala then.
Yeah.
That shit was paid off, bro. Like, because I had money to spend.
That blue Impala, bro, that was your baby. What happened to it?
I wrecked it. Somebody pulled out in front of me. And then, you know, me being black, didn't know to get a lawyer for an insurance company. They're like, hey, we got $500 for you for pain and suffering. I'm like, all right, cool. They didn't give me no money for the car at all. No money. I'm like,
and
what's the
if
value?
They gave you $500 in pain and suffering, you probably could have got 5 racks in pain and suffering.
Yeah, I probably could have got whatever, you know.
This was in Virginia, right?
Yeah, it was.
And I took you to the emergency room that night? Off of Diamond Springs?
It happened in the mornings. I don't remember.
Yeah, you was going to work one morning.
It might have been.
Yeah,
might have been.
You had told me about it.
So,
but yeah. I mean, you could have kept it, and this is something I want to talk about.
Oh no,
you could have kept it.
Total loss, like
total loss. You could fix the car. Total loss to the bank.
Yes. No. I paid. The car's paid off.
That's what I'm saying. So it's a total loss to who? Like, you mean to tell me you couldn't get a new engine for $1,000 if the engine was fucked up? It's an Impala.
That is true.
You could have got a whole new Impala for $1,000. Put all them parts in there.
I could have, yeah, for real. But they didn't give me any money at all. So I was young and I didn't know.
Who's they?
The insurance company.
Of the person that hit you.
Yeah, bro. Like they didn't give me no money.
Bro,
they're like, hey, your car's worth this much. We're gonna give you this.
You know what I feel like I learned? That businesses lie, bro. And like, bro, you told me the other night you overspend. They not gonna say nothing. Like, bro, there's shiesty moves that, and I thought, my naive ass thought that, like, all right, cool, corporate America, like, ain't nobody lying to each other. Like, there's rules out there, like, everybody knows what to do. Like, lawyers lie, bro, judges lie. I've just seen an article about this white judge that was making up charges to, like, put black boys in jail, like, young teenage boys and shit, like, just making shit up that wasn't even, like, actual law. Like, you violated this law, and, like, send them off.
Dang.
Yeah, she getting charged now. She in jail now.
Well, she deserved that. Hey, but yeah, so that's what happened when like we fix credit and stuff. People like to give up. They're like, the loophole's closed. I'm like, it's not a loophole. It's the law. They're like, all right, and then they quit because niggas like loopholes.
When they thought that like identity theft was the way to do it, like credit repair companies.
Yep. So turns out that all this shit, a lot of this shit is really identity theft. So that's why, like, cause when I first came in, people were like, hey, don't do this.
And this is from what Bureau Bullies talk about.
Yep. Yeah. So it's a lot of identity theft going in, but of course, like, you still got to be able to prove your case.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if they come get you.
And 9 times out of 10, a lot of people be fucking up too. Like a lot of people stop paying and ignore. Like, bro, in negotiations, your misfortunes works out in their favor. And same thing for them. Like the same way you'll catch up these companies and their lies, like they catch us in the same thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, well, yeah, we in the wrong, but you lied about this, so the law says I ain't got to pay you no more. Like, they do that kind of stuff.
Yeah, most definitely. Because, bro, if I shitted you on something and then you not pay, but you don't know the law, but I do, I'm like, hey, bro, you owe me this.
You're going to bring up the laws you know. Yeah. Ignorance of the law is no excuse, which is something they say all the time.
I say that a lot, too.
But bro, I do feel like in some cases it should be.
It could. But I think it's throw the world of anarchy, because all these people lying, bro. Like if you just search for a bank, bro, and I learned this from going to CFPB, right? Because you go there to fix credit, whatever, right? So you go there, you look at the past cases, bro. These people be pulling money out of people's joint accounts, savings accounts, which is
making illegal. Yeah, Wells Fargo always in trouble for shit like that. I don't even see how they got bread.
They probably got kids in the basement, bro.
Who was it that was selling girls as dressers?
I have no idea.
I mean, do merchants get in trouble for shit like that? If you a merchant account for a fishy Amazon store.
Yes. Chargebee got in trouble with the credit repair because they linked to damn, bro, I don't even know if you can say this, right? I forget.
I mean, it's out there.
Chargebee was a processor for CRC, but CRC.
So payment processor basically where people charge to do the credit repair?
Yeah, but
like PayPal, something like that?
According to the law, this telemarketing services shit, right? I think it's TSC.
Mm-hmm.
According to that, you can't be selling people services over the phone if certain criteria isn't met. So when we went to
like certain identity criteria, because sometimes they'd be like T-Mobile, like they were like, well, you got to go to the store to pay your bill or something like that.
Yeah. So I want to say it's like this. I think that's why every fucking department has different departments. Because think about it, bro. Because if you're on the phone with a bank, why do they keep asking you to verify yourself every time you go to a different person?
Because they hire people from all over the world, right? Like they're not all in the same building. You act like the entire bank call center.
When you log in, right? When you call the bank, right?
Mm-hmm.
You call them. They say, hey, verify yourself. You verify yourself. The person can see that you verified yourself. But they ask you again. It got to be some type of law, right?
Oh, yeah.
So that's what I'm saying.
Before they even answer, I verified. But you know what I find even more funny? How you can't call a branch bank. Like certain big banks, like Navy Federal, like if I want to call the one down the street, it'll take me to the 800 number, and I got to talk to the representative. I'm like, yo, but I got like, depending on how big the bank is, that's why.
Yeah.
But I didn't like that. I'm like, yo, I'm trying to get person. No, I'm trying to talk to them.
I didn't try to, bro. I don't need to talk to the person that's in charge of my bank because guess what? They're going to close. Bro, that's why I had a problem with them. I'm like, bro, I don't want to use their services no more because I can't call at the 5. Bro, I couldn't call at the 5 and I was on the West Coast. So, bro, it's either call in the morning before work, you know what I'm saying? I can't wake up.
Okay, do you feel like those people in the West Coast is behind for real? Like, do you feel like you ahead of the curve because everybody else going to sleep, or you behind the curve?
I felt like I was over there, I felt behind the curve, bro.
Well, I mean, what if your family was from California? That's only because your family going to sleep. You got people you got to wait.
True.
You get what I'm saying?
So, yeah. So, I mean...
I'm saying as Californians, like people out on those coasts, do they feel like they behind the curve?
I think they feel like how people feel about New York. If it ain't over here, they pop it.
Hey, bro, whatever.
Hey, get out of here. Well, what?
Now, because, bro,
Texas,
like,
California.
Depending on where you are and how you live your life, like, them like, time zones can help you. Because I told you, like, I was supreme-ish when I was, like, going to sleep at 10 p.m., waking up at 3 in the morning, and trading the London market. Well, just 5 a.m. I mean, it's 8 a.m. over there.
Mm-hmm.
They up, and I feel like I'm cheating the world by getting my trades in.
Yeah.
Going to work, then coming off, going to the gym, and it's like, all right, cool, I'm free to do Like while everybody else is like, all right, cool, I just got off work, time for me to do my personal stuff. I'm like, I already got my shit out the way. Like, I'm free.
Dang, that is crazy. But see and that's why I don't know, because one of our clients was on the West Coast and she had to wait till 3 o'clock. She's like, I stayed up all night to call you guys in the morning to catch
3
up.
in the morning?
Yeah, because you remember she had got her 800 credit score.
So 3 in the morning for like a 10 p.m. call?
No, she called us at 3 because 3 hour difference. So she called us at 6. She called me at 6.
6 in the morning.
Yeah.
Why y'all put that call so early? I mean, shouldn't you just accommodate them? Like, oh, when they pick your calendar, she should have picked the 9 a.m.
She had my personal number. She just called me.
At 3 o'clock in the morning?
Bro, she got an 800
because
credit
she
score.
knew that you'd be up at 6?
Yes.
Damn.
Right. You get the 600, you get an 800 credit score, you're gonna call somebody.
Victoria had an 800. She was just, I got an 800.
Because she didn't understand the power of credit. She still don't.
I mean, that lady, her credit cards make me sweat.
Bro, me too, bro. Like, and I told her what to do. I was like, hey, do this, do this, do this. But
yo, she's a walking bank. You know how many people could come to her for funding? Like, literally, all you have to do is just, I have this available cash. It's a loan, technically. Like, you could blow somebody else's business up, and then they owe you the money back. You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
And you just keep maintaining that good credit.
Yeah. I think she kind of understand, but I don't think she fully understands. Like we said,
she kind of grasped it, but I feel like she just needs to stay around y'all. Stay in the circles. Because she a boss. She don't know it.
Yeah, whatever. And then the same thing they be telling her, bro. I think you could take heat of it too, as far as what I'm saying, getting out of it on social media. But I mean, that's just it. Because she got so much. She's a boss, right? But she's not on social media saying how much she's a boss.
She is.
And you too. You ain't on social media like that. Like you're supposed to be.
I'm trying. You don't see a difference at all?
I don't look. I'm not on social media no more.
So your shit automated?
Nah, my shit ain't automated. I'm just not.
So you ain't on social media like how you want me to be?
Yep. But I got
like
systems though.
One of us should be.
Yeah. But I think because I want to focus, bro, and that's why I kind of I hate that we keep starting new stuff. Because I got to get everything in the behind the scenes in place so I can feel comfortable about what I'm about to say. Like, bro, I knew about business credit
ever since
we were together, bro.
You know me. That's how I am. I'm like, yo, like I said the other day on Pack Show, like I'm gonna look at the board. We about to play chess. I'm about to try to make all 32 of my pieces move. No, we're just only gonna go one by one. Like, bro, we try to plan everything out, and it's like I feel like we starting to understand. Just put out what you got, and then as you growing, people gonna fuck with you.
Yeah, I feel that way, kinda. But not really,
But I mean, you're in a financial industry. You can't show people that, hey, I'm just picking this shit up. That's like, you gotta let them know, like, I done studied this shit,
Yeah. But at the same time, like, I'm only teaching people off my mistakes, and until I pick up the book, and I'm like, oh, okay, this is how you're supposed to do this. Okay, so you shouldn't be able to start a random business and get a $5,000-$6,000 credit card. Right?
There are policies in place.
Yeah, but I mean,
but we have to learn that,
Yeah.
They damn sure
they did let us through. Hey, look.
But it was off my PG.
Was it PG?
It was PG for me because y'all two credit was trash.
Did they pull
your
credit?
They say they pulled my credit.
But they didn't, right?
Bro, we stopped paying on that shit.
I think they did a soft pull, right?
And it never showed.
They probably did a
soft pull. Probably American Express. Because, bro, my credit was A1.
Yeah, I should have fucked up.
No, but I'm saying, even after we fucked that card, my shit was still, I was expecting, because that's why I was so mad. I'm like, yo, I was the only one with good credit. I was the only one with good credit.
He was like, hey, bro, I just want my money. I was like, all right, bro, look, I'm going to give you about that.
We was paying it, the two of us,
That was funny.
Yeah, but shit, bro, all that shit, so bro, I feel like all that shit is why every dollar that come in now, or every opportunity, because it's not always going to be $1. Like, I feel like it's shit I'll do for free, depending on how the opportunity presents itself.
Yeah,
like the shit y'all just got called with the other day.
Yeah.
But I feel like all that stuff is coming in due time. Or like that due time is now because we done went through all that shit,
Yeah, but
that just goes back to us.
But that's why
claiming
I feel like
suffering again.
But yeah, and I live in that world too. But I think that's why, like, bro, I want to do something, because the most important thing is not the thing you should do first. You should do the first thing first.
Damn.
If not, bro, the foundation.
I mean, it depends on whether the first thing is the most important or not. I'm saying I'm just looking back on my 365 days. Like, nigga, last year on my birthday, like, this time, we was in the, were you there last year on my birthday too? Was that when we recorded your episode?
I don't know.
But I think it was. It might have been.
Was it your birthday weekend?
It might have been, bro.
What did you do for your birthday?
I was at the podcast studio.
Okay, I might have been.
We ain't did shit. You know I don't never do nothing.
All right.
Yeah, you know I don't never do nothing, but come to find out, like, I wish I was doing this. Like, yo, fuck, I'm on Facebook Live for if I don't got no product out. Like, I should have been, like, yo, celebrating by working, by doing what I want to do, you know? I mean, I was at the time, I was podcasting still,
Yeah,
you know?
sure. But it would have been way more effective with products. Because you would have had an audience and somebody would have bought something that probably would have changed their life. Like, bro, I got to come to your podcast and tell you what I did with this acquisition. You know? If you just wrote down the shit that was in your head, the first thing first. But instead you did the most important thing, put yourself out there.
I didn't hear shit you said.
But I thought it was a bar. You said, I'm kind of fussing.
I mean, shit.
Nah, I said.
Hey, it's sitting there, I'm going to listen to it.
Nah, I said you didn't do the
right thing first?
Yeah, you did the most important thing, which is put yourself out there. Which
I'm saying, for the industry that I was in, was that the right thing to do? Step one, put yourself out there.
No, so that's what I'm saying. The first thing you should have did was have something for the people to get, right? So they can buy into your system.
Have a product.
Have a product, yes, but you did the most important thing, which is
have a
get yourself
market.
Out there. Yep.
Okay, but here's what I'm saying, bro. I'm in David Shands' weird lane of podcasting is the product. I am the product. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, until you see a podcaster selling products.
Damn.
Because well, maybe it's like one of those things where either or. Because he definitely could sell more.
Because he definitely started a podcast and didn't have anything around it. The morning meetup came from the podcast. You know, those fly people that came doing this interview came from the podcast. So, bro, I was going to be the one guy, I mean, I guess the second guy that was like, hey, all you people in your lanes, come to my lane, which isn't necessarily a lane, but it's a lane for you to, you know, talk about your lane, you know? And that's how I looked at it.
Okay, well, did we say this on camera? Because I don't know if we said this in the camera or the car.
Say what?
Rich people don't let their kids start from scratch.
I mean, we've said it before. I done heard that. We've had that conversation several times.
So, with knowing that knowledge, he won't let you start without a product. He won't let you start.
David,
yeah.
For real?
He won't let you
it's
start.
It's part of his challenge?
I don't know if it's part of the challenge or not, but I know everybody that's in his challenge selling ad space.
Damn.
That's a product.
I was selling ad space.
Was you?
Barely. I mean, I gave it to y'all for free. Yeah, I mean, it was all over the place. I was supposed to sell ad space because I remember having to do, you know.
Well, maybe that was the thing that.
Nah, for real, you know, I was really scared to get behind the camera, for real. Like,
let's sell ad space. Hold on. Hey, if you want to get on this podcast or want to be featured on it, oh, dang,
let me give the podcast feature. You give your.
Right, I'm just trying to look out because you
about
to run past it.
I was gonna record it later, like drop it in, like how you know he said to.
That's fine.
Like distracted, you know, like on my own, like different shirts, like the fucking, you know. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure people know to reach out if they want to be on the show. We're in the Hampton Roads area, but I'm looking to travel now too. So anybody who's reached out in the past, who's like in California, Atlanta, Miami, wherever y'all at, reach out to me, and of course we'll put something together and get y'all on the show. Cause you know that's another L I took, bro. Remember I was telling you?
Yeah.
I was like, nah, I'm trying to be in that studio, you know. But people move around, bro.
But I guarantee, even with this camera right here, this is gonna be one of your best. Well, not one of your best, but every video after this is gonna be your best because of where you're at and the mindset you're gonna have to be in when you see all these professionals.
Like, yo, bro,
all these professionals, bro. You only on 2 floors, bro. When these people come in and they're like.
What is he doing? Yeah, I gotta have my shit together.
So you better have your marketing headline and hook. Your Instagram got to be popping. So right now your 12.
I was working on that last night.
Yeah, your next 12 posts should be because they're probably gonna scroll down just a little
bro,
bit.
You give my blood pressure up. I'm sweating a little.
Bro, let's just go outside and take pictures after this. Your party should be one of your things now too, because when people come in, have them take pictures. Have them take pictures by the studio sign going like this, because now they're gonna be like, all right, good. He in there in the studio. Who he got as a guest?
Yo, and it's like, the Breakfast Club really marketed the picture after the interview.
Yeah,
like,
facts.
Bro, remember? And they go on Instagram. Charlamagne posted. It go, and Are there even jobs that you work for or companies that make you, it's like, hey, you got a big following, you got to post that you're doing this here?
No, because I think they weren't doing that until somebody got. I think Charlamagne said it. He said, "Yo, we got to get on YouTube." But then other people start uploading their stuff and
It's free money. You leave the money on the table.
And now they got a Breakfast Club YouTube channel.
Hell yeah. I mean, bro. Radio is dying like TV, like cable television. So like, what's happening? iHeartRadio got an app. It's the biggest, music app. iHeartRadio is one of the biggest music apps.
I heard it was about to go down.
Bro,
that was a long time ago, though.
Yeah, iHeart doing their thing, bro. Like, they just gave Charlamagne a podcasting network. It's called the Black Effect Podcast Network.
Oh, yeah. That's how you put everybody on, right?
Mm-hmm. Jess Hilarious got a show on there.
You know what I was thinking? I was thinking, like, maybe they just intentionally bankrupt themselves, like these other companies do. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Intentionally bankrupt. I mean, shit, yeah.
They were like, oh, we going bankrupt. People like, oh, let's go get this deal. Like, nah, hey, you got some, I guess you're saving or something. I don't know. But,
yeah. Companies be going bankrupt on purpose. And it's like, I feel like it's more like you in a room full of the CEOs who started the company, and it's like, damn, we could pay this debt off, or we could go bankrupt and split it 5 ways and start something else.
Like, how many guys you got, bro? All right,
my kid in private school, Like,
yeah, like, and then they just moved to different companies, probably, right? Like, what happened to the CEOs of these bankrupt companies? They just go somewhere else.
Hired somewhere else. Bro, I told you, when you said it the other day, like, once you learn business, once you learn one industry, you pretty much know business in general, right? So I learned this in business acquisition. Like, Dan was like that. You can go on LinkedIn, and that's why LinkedIn is the Facebook for the business world. Like, you can go on LinkedIn and find CEOs, retired CEOs, and make them advisors on your board of your company. And there are 2 types of advisors. I don't remember which type it was. I think it was like a kind of like official and unofficial advisory board. But that's a job. Like, they get paid for that from the crib. Like, and all they have to do is technically be your mentor. That's what it is. But it's on the paperwork, the LL, the corporation and all that shit. Like, this person and this person and this person are all retired CEOs on the advisory board, and it looks good for banks. They give you.
I was about to say, that people move off that shit.
Hell yeah! Like,
this person just got into this company, bro. They trade on the stock market just for information like that.
Hell yeah!
Dang, that's crazy, bro.
And you could pretty much, and then on top of that, you get all their track record again. Like, you're not technically doing a deal with them. You get their clout though.
Dang, and then they can like, hey, look, this is about to fail, bro. Let's back up this company and move. All right, man. Put all your chips in. I'm out. Deuces. Millions of families affected.
Like this casino that's like, as one time at the same time that we hear that Trump is going bankrupt, that he broke and his tax return this and certain Trump places that Joe showed you, like, you can see on YouTube, there's like videos of like abandoned Trump casinos in like Russia and shit like that. But like, you hear he buy up property here, so it's like you got to move where the market is dictating. Like, New York is too expensive, bro. The rent got too high, especially around COVID. I feel like there's a peak for everything, like the stock market. Like, it's gonna go up, and naturally it's gonna crash to then recover on itself. Like, I feel like New York, California, LA, Miami, places like that. Like, they go through energy resurgences because, like, once you push all these people out through gentrification, they go to new places and make new hoods, make new culture there, make new hot shit. Then everybody feel left out again. It's like, we playing.
It's nice out here.
Yeah.
But that one right there can make some money. Like, I'm like, wait, let's ride through this like at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. How many clubs they got? How many pawn shops they got? That's what the money at.
Pawn shops and liquor stores,
Pawn shop and liquor
stores. And that's what I look into, bro. That's how I feel like I learned a cheat code through acquisition. Because I'm like, yo, everything that they say, like, all the mentors we had growing up in school that'll come and speak and be like, yeah, it's a liquor store in every corner in the black neighborhood and there's none in the whites, but it's like, yo, at least own it, Like, bro, I used to talk down on Hennessy. It's bad for you. They want us to drink. They trying to kill us through alcoholism and shit like that. I ended up learning that Hennessy was one of the only black sponsors for like black magazines and like black companies way back in the day. So it's like, that's all the people they're gonna sponsor is black people. It's been in all the early rap videos, the Jet magazine, shit like that. Like, of course, culturally, we all gonna drink the same shit,
Yeah, our idols did.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, and I had something I was gonna say, bro. It's like, you're saying that, at least own it. In the hood where, people used to get in trouble for selling dope and shit. They were like, well, somebody else gonna sell it. It might well be me.
Damn.
And then I'm gonna just give out turkeys on Christmas. Like,
Nino, bro.
Yeah. Like, hey, look, bro. I'm
So
at
you're
least
saying
help some of these
it's
kids.
just as bad owning a liquor store? I
And
mean, bro,
that-
I feel like
that's what I
control
gotta-
the market, bro. Like, think about it. Like, if you own a liquor store, you gonna make sure not to sell to no kids, or you gonna make sure, like, at least, you gonna hire the neighborhood. Like, these liquor, like, bro, there's absolutely no communication between black people and the people we buy and sell from, the people we buy it from. Like, any other community, community will go talk to whole companies, like how the gays are talking to Netflix right now. I don't even know if that's politically correct. But yeah.
I just bleep it out. But yeah, they're going to talk to Netflix. But I seen something where it says it was only 1% of their audience, so they might not even listen. To be honest with you, because
I mean, they still buy them.
Bruh, look, if the government is watching this right here, do them like you did us. Just split them up by alphabet letters, and then we'll have this problem.
Who they do that with?
Black people, skin color.
Okay.
Bruh, you will definitely be in the field, bro. I'll be in between.
You be in the field.
Bro,
You tan and everything. Like, you weird. Like, you got. I mean, everybody tan.
But
do black people tan in tanning booths? Like, do tanning booths work on black people? Like, you could tan in the sun, but if you went in the booth, would you get darker?
I don't know. I don't think so. I got sunburned one time, but
yeah, I heard.
Yeah, I keep getting sunburned now, bro. Like, every time I go to the beach, on my face and stuff.
Bro,
But I guess that's like Florida.
I've never made no light skin jokes towards you, and you sunburned.
Right. Because you like Drake.
You think he sunburns?
I don't know. I know you want to joke about light skinned people when your idol is light skinned.
Hey, I would make fun of him.
Okay.
You know?
Not in his
I just want to
presence,
make sure
though.
there's cable in here because this microphone about to show up here in a little bit. What'd you say?
Yeah, so colorism, right? So I mean, if they wanted to do that, bro, they split us up, bro. That's why you went to boot camp the way you did, because you really
When
thought.
I did?
No, the way you did. My bad. I'm
Okay.
like I said, but yeah, you thought they were like, if you act better, if you do something better, blah blah, like
That I will be
different.
treated different.
Yeah, but
Absolutely, I felt that way.
But at the end of the day, if you go in certain type of neighborhoods, they're gonna treat you whatever. Like if you go in the boardroom, like bro, this NFL thing, bro. Oh my God, I can't wait. You ain't sure what happened with the NFL? What, John Gruden getting fired?
Yeah.
Bro,
and then I heard it's affecting the Kaepernick situation.
It should.
Wasn't he playing for the Raiders?
No, well, he was playing for the 49ers, but I'm pretty sure that the NFL gonna pay somebody, because I know they were like, hey, this nigga cannot play football.
Yeah, because I mean, there's admin, there's other people that are in charge of shit who feel like they could have been affected by his racism, like workplace safety.
But
like
check this out, though.
HR type shit.
He got in trouble for something. He wasn't even a part. They was investigating the Washington football team.
But it was an email, right? So it was.
They went through all the Washington football team's email and found him. So I'm like, they went through the Washington football team.
You don't think that
stuff.
the NFL would protect themselves and hide this secret?
But they
because don't it make them look bad?
So
is there NFL stock?
Maybe, but I mean the public opinion is stock. But let me tell you this though, if they were trying to hide something, and this is why I believe in conspiracy, because why would they even come out and say they had emails if they were doing an investigation on themselves?
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
it's the NFL.
It don't make sense.
Why would they out them? He's a coach, right? I mean, owners are outing him, but I mean, owners.
No. I think the reason they're outing him is because the owners got shit to hide. They like, hey, bro, get your money and you can dip.
Hey, man.
But we just gonna show your email because hey, you can survive.
Damn. Hey, man, that's a theory right there.
Yeah, man, we're gonna cut it off right here. I gotta make a phone call.
All right.